Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network. Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
LUS is committed to our customers, from providing and maintaining energy-efficient utility services to friendly, helpful customer service. LUS is there. At LUS, we're always challenging everything we know, every day. We strive to improve efficiency and reliability while focusing on our responsibility to our customers and the community. It's our promise to provide dependable service to our customers every time, because we don't just work in Lawrence County, we live here too.
Swap and Shop Center in Lawrenceburg is your go-to stop to complete your home, business, a combination of both, or really anything you can think of. With one of the region's biggest selection of bedroom furniture, name brand mattresses, recliners, living room and dining room suites, accents for the home or office, quality name brand appliances, and did I mention Swap and Shop services what they sell? This is family owned and operated business at its best. And the best part is, they'll treat you like family too.
We got bedroom suites, mattresses, dining room suites, appliances, outdoor equipment, mowers, and more. See us at the Swap and Shop Center in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome everybody here to Lauderdale County, as we're here for today's match between your Loretto Mustangs and the Lauderdale County Tigers here in Alabama. My name's Hayden Burks here on the X Sports Network, and boy, once again, we do have a good one for you today, as Loretto, they come into this ball game 11-0 overall in the season. Starting things off for them will be number 13, Mason Till, the shortstop. Number 16, Clint Seymour, first base. Number 5, Carter Daniel, the designated hitter. Number 3, Miles Moore in left field. Number 11, Jackson Traglia, center field. Number 7, Jaden Arrett, third. Number 10, Rayleigh Ellis behind the plate at catcher. Number 1, Grant Fisher, second baseman. And number 4, Kason Springer will be the pitcher. And number 23, Dylan Thompson, will be in right field for the Mustangs to start things off. As Loretto looking to improve to 12-2 overall, even though this is not a district matchup, it's still a good match between two very good teams, Lauderdale County. If I do have the record correct, they're 17-4 overall. So a very good baseball team here in the state of Alabama, as Loretto had to cross the state line. And starting things off on the mound will be number 12, Miles Edwards, here for the Tigers. Once again, Loretto was in action last night. They defeated Columbia Academy in that one to improve to 11-2 overall. Defeated Lewis County on Monday and Wednesday night in a nail-biter on Wednesday night against Lewis County that came down to the bottom of the 7th inning, but they would close that one out. It's a beautiful day here in Lauderdale County. Great day for baseball here on this Friday afternoon. And once again, leading things off, stepping into the batter's box will now be Mason Tidwell. And we're ready for Mustangs baseball here on the Exports Network. Here's the first pitch. That'll be outside for ball one. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It's also outside, makes a 2-0 count quickly. Here's 2-0 pitch. Makes a 3-0 count now. Here's 3-0 pitch from Edwards, and that will be a 4-pitch walk, and Tidwell will make his way over to first. Now brings up number 16, first baseman Clinton Seymour, his first at bat here for the Mustangs. As Edwards checks over at first. First pitch will be just on the inside for ball one. They pick over to first, not in time. Count will stay 1-0. Tidwell's had a respectable lead over at first, nothing crazy. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's swung on over to short, in time at second. That's actually going to get away from the second baseman. And with that, runners on first and second now for the Mustangs. That was the first error here for the Tigers here in this ballgame. And still no outs here. Now brings up number 5, Carter Daniel, the designated hitter. First pitch to Daniel. In there for strike one. First strike here for Edwards here in this ballgame. Here's that 1 pitch. That swung on, fouled. Makes count 0-2 now. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Daniel. High for ball one. And that was number 4, Hudson Lash, throwing over to second, not in time to get Mason Tidwell. Still no outs here in the top of the first. Here's 1-2 pitch. Swung on, tipped, and the count will stay the same. Here's the 1-2 pitch once again by Edwards. That swung on, fouled once again. We got a good battle between Edwards and Daniel so far. Here's the 1-2 pitch once again. As they're going to pick over to first. Still waiting on a call. And they're going to call him safe over at first. As the throw was in time, but Seymour was able to get on base for the tag. That last pitch was a ball. Makes it 2-2 count now. Here's the pitch. Inside for ball 3, and it will be a full count now for Carter Daniel. Here comes the full count pitch for Edwards. Swung on, fouled. And Daniel staying alive here for the Mustangs. I believe this is 9 pitches now to Carter Daniel. They were thinking about picking over to second, and Edwards is just going to reset on the mound. Good awareness there by Mason Tidwell to get back in time over at second. Here's full count pitch once again. As that one is sent into right field, and they will get underneath that one. Tidwell will tag up. He'll make his way over to third in time. Runners advance to second and third. One out now here in the top of the first after the fly out by Carter Daniel. That was number 24, Jeremiah Hutchins, being able to get underneath that one for the Tigers for the first out here. Now, on the plate for the Mustangs will be number 3, Miles Moore, the left fielder, starting the day off for the Mustangs, his first at bat. Here's the pitch to Moore. It'll be inside for ball 1-1-0 count now. Here's the 1-0 pitch by Edwards. That'll be low for ball 2. As it's Miles versus Miles right now. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Over to first. They're going to throw home, and that's going to be in time for the out. Good job by Hudson Lash being able to keep that one in front of him. And head coach Zach Curtis is going to have a discussion with the home plate umpire. That's the call. Will stand. Coach will make his way back to the dugout, and that's 2 outs now here in the top of the first. Still no run scored for Loretto. As Moore is on first, Seymour will be on third. Now brings up number 11, the center fielder, Jackson Traglia. They check over at first, not in time. Moore will be safe. Pitch. That will be in there for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 Traglia. That's swung on. That will be sent into right field. It's going to be down, and it will be fouled. And the count will now be 0-2. As it had the distance, just went into foul territory. And on deck for the Mustangs will be number 7, Jaden Aaron. Here's 0-2 pitch. Swung on for the first strikeout here for Edwards, and that will end the top of the first. So Loretto leads 2 runners stranded. Score still 0-0. We'll be back for the bottom of the first here next on the X Sports Network.
Head on over to Shaw Southeast Distributing in Lawrenceburg to find everything you need for your home, business, or fundraiser. To make life easier, Shaw Southeast Distributing now accepts EBT cards. Have a concession stand, food truck, or just your kitchen at home? Leave it to Shaw to fill your shelves with ease. Shaw Southeast Distributing delivers. Family owned and operated. Phone 931-762-7760. Follow us on Facebook or visit us at 1603 Ripke Avenue in Lawrenceburg.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back here at Lauderdale County here on the Egg Sports Network, as here in the bottom of the first, still no runs scored here between your Loretto Mustangs and the Lauderdale County Tigers. As starting things off on the mound for Loretto here in today's ball game, it will be number 4, Kason Springer. And leading off for the Tigers of Lauderdale County will be number 22, the shortstop, Justin Slatton, with Hudson Lash on deck. This is a very heavy-hitting team here for the Lauderdale County Tigers, and it's going to be a big task for Loretto, but we know for sure that they're all about taking on those tasks. Here's first pitch, Slayton. Outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 by Springer. Outside for ball 2. That is number 10, Rayleigh Ellis, behind the plate for the Mustangs here in today's ball game. Here's 2-0 pitch by Springer. That one will be in there for strike 1, makes it 2-1 count now. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It'll be just outside, makes a 3-1 count now. Hitters count for Slayton. Here's the 3-1. In there for strike 2, full count now for Springer. Here comes full count pitch. That will be outside for ball 4. And Justin will make his way over to first for the first walk issued by Springer. Now brings up the catcher, number 4, Hudson Lash, his first at bat for the Tigers. Still no outs here in the bottom of the first. Runner on first. Here's a pitch by Springer. That swung on fouled. 0-1 count now. Springer checks over at first. He's going to pick off, not in time. Here's that 1 pitch. He'll be in there for strike 1, 0-2 count now. Here's the 0-2 count to Lash. Be outside for ball 1. And Slayton will take off for second. He'll be in time, and runner advances to second now. Counts 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That will be in there for strike 3, and that's the first strikeout. Caught him looking for the backwards K. First out for Loretto. That will now bring up the opposing pitcher, number 12, Miles Edwards. Pitch now, Springer. That one swung on, as that will be Mason Till will be able to scoop that one up in time for the second out here in the bottom of the first. It's a good 6-3 play by Mason Till on Clint Seymour over to first. Now brings up number 2, Skylar Tucker, the first baseman for the Tigers. Has runner on third for the Tigers. Here's the pitch. It'll be in there for strike one, 0-1 count. Springer starting to get a little bit of a groove here for the Mustangs. Here's the pitch. Low and outside for ball one. He was counted up 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's 1-1 pitch. That one swung on into right field. As Thompson, he's able to get underneath that one, and that will end the first inning. So still no runs scored, as we will be back for the top of the second here next on the X Sports Network.
If you want the best clean and wash experience, you need to catch the happy wave at Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Don't settle for streaks, dirt residue, water spots, and weak vacuums that you can get at just any car wash. At all our locations, you will be greeted by a smiling attendant who will pre-wash your car front and back to remove any stubborn bugs and dirt before guiding you through the tunnel, where your car will be treated to the ultimate spa treatment with state-of-the-art equipment and one-of-a-kind wash experience that will give your car a showroom shine. Afterwards, you can help yourself to our free powerful vacuums, cleaning cloths, and glass and surface cleaner for the perfect finishing touch. When it comes to caring for your car, don't settle for any wash and pay for all the extras. Get the best when you catch the happy wave at your local Tidal Wave Auto Spa.
This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on the X Sports Network, as Loretto is facing off against the Lauderdale County Tigers. Here in the top of the second, still no runs scored. And now leading things off will be number 7, Jaden Aaron, the third baseman for the Mustangs. As Edwards so far in this ballgame has 1 strikeout against the Mustangs. Here's pitch. It'll be outside for ball 1, 1-0 count. And on deck for the Mustangs will be number 10, Rayleigh Ellis. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, tip fouled into the glove. Makes a 1-1 count. Here's Edwards with the 1-1 pitch. That will be swung on for strike 2. Makes the 1-2 count now for Aaron. As Aaron's been coming on hot lately for the Mustangs. Had a home run against Lewis County the other night on Wednesday. Here's the pitch. And caught him looking for the backwards K. Second strikeout here for Miles Edwards. It's back-to-back strikeouts now for Edwards. Now brings up Rayleigh Ellis to the plate with Grant Fisher on deck. Here's the pitch. Swung on for strike 1. As after Edwards kind of got off to a slow start for the Tigers, he's starting to hit his groove. Here's the 1 pitch. Swung on for strike 2, makes the 0-2 count now. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on. That will be fouled. Down the left field line. It looked good coming off the bat, but just had a bad hop to it. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Ellis. Swung on, fouled once again into the back net. Count will stay the same. Here's the 0-2 pitch once again. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Edwards. Excuse me, that's actually 3 strikeouts in a row with Traglia, Aaron, and Ellis. Brings up Grant Fisher, second baseman, his first at bat for the Mustangs. And with Cason Springer on deck. Here's the pitch. As that will be fouled. Count will be 0-1. Yes, not exactly sure. It looked like he got Fisher on the foot, and he looks to be a little shaken up. Yes. Third base coach David Weathers and Coach Curtis are going to check on him, make sure he's okay. As Fisher says, it looks like it hit him on the left knee, on the inside part of the knee. So it looks like he's just going to walk it off, about to step back in the batter's box. Here's 0-1 Fisher. In there for strike two, 0-2 count. Here's 0-2. That was swung on, fouled. Count will stay the same. Here's the pitch. That'll be high, 4-1, 1-2 count now. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike three, and that will end the top of the second inning as 3 strikeouts by Miles Edwards. 4 for him. We'll be back for the bottom of the second here next on the X Sports Network.
Old School Rentals in Loretto, Tennessee is headquarters for all your rental equipment needs. Need a trailer? How about saws, tools, loaders, or generators? You can find all of that and much, much more at Old School Rentals. Owner Ryan Smith, located on North Main Street in Loretto, Tennessee.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on the X Sports Network here at Lauderdale County, as we're here for today's match between your Loretto Mustangs and the Lauderdale County Tigers, as after 3 straight strikeouts by Miles Edwards, they are back up to bat, the Tigers are. Here's the first pitch by Springer. That'll be outside, 4-1. And Springer so far throughout the day has had 1 strikeout, as earlier in the game he struck out Hudson Lash. Here's the 1-0. In there for strike one. He was counted 1-1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled. Count will now be 1-2. As at the plate for the Tigers is number 24, Jeremiah Hutchins. Here's 1-2. That'll be swung on. That'll be over to Fisher. He's able to scoop that one up and in time for the first out here in the bottom of the second. I will now bring up number 3, Tuck Green, the center fielder, for his first at bat for the Tigers. That's 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Here's a pitch by Springer. That will be in there for strike one. Here's 0-1 pitch. Be just outside for ball one. One's across the board now. Here's 1-1. That will be in there for strike two. 1-2 count now. Here comes the 1-2 pitch by Springer. Swing and a miss for strike three. Second strikeout here for Kason Springer. So 2 outs now already. Now brings up the second baseman, number 1, Noah Parker. It's been a pitching battle so far between Springer and Edwards. Springer through 1.5 inning has 2 strikeouts while Edwards has 4. Here's the first pitch to Parker, in there for strike 1. Here's that 1 pitch. That will be swung on, sent into right field, and that will be Dylan Thompson able to get underneath that one, and that will end the second inning. So 3 outs now. We'll be back here on the Exports Network for the top of the third.
Patient care at its finest is found at Tennessee Valley Family Care. From primary to infant care, physicals, women's health, allergies, diabetes management, plus on-site labs and ultrasounds. Let practitioners Liz Phillips, Kathy Cohen, and Stephanie Tucker care for your health and your entire family's health. Let Tennessee Valley Family Care help you reach your health care goals.
For the best meal from south of the border, head to Cocina Real and Puente Grande for lunch and dinner. With a wide array of mouth-watering entrees, there's something for everyone on the menu. And you can't forget the cheese dip. They'll treat you like family, and you'll never leave hungry. Make Cocina Real Mexican Restaurant and Puente Grande Mexican Restaurant your choice for authentic cuisine, located in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on the X Sports Network, as we're here for the top of the third between your Loretto Mustangs and the Lauderdale County Tigers. As Springer, so far on the mound, has 2 strikeouts, and he is leading things off now at the plate here in the top of the third for the Mustangs. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 1, thrown by Edwards. Then on deck will be the top of the lineup, number 13, Mason Tidwell. Here's that 1 pitch. That will be swung on. Sent down the left field line and fouled. Count will be 0-2. Here's 0-2 by Edwards. Swing and a miss for strike 3. 5th strikeout now by Miles Edwards. Now top of the lineup, number 13, Mason Tidwell. His first at bat, he was walked. And on deck will be Clint Seymour. Here's the pitch. That'll be outside for ball 1. There's 1 out here in the top of the third. Still no run scored between the two teams. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That'll be outside for ball 2. 2-0 count now. Here's 2-0 pitch by Edwards. Outside for ball 3. 3-0 count now. Here comes a pitch by Edwards. Will be in there for strike 1. Hitters count for Tidwell. With 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the third. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled. Makes the count full. As Edwards was waiting for a baseball. Here comes a full count pitch. Now be swung on fouled once again. Count will stay the same. Here comes full count pitch once again. It'll be high for ball 4, and Till will trot back over to first once again. So it's now the second walk issued by Edwards. Now at the plate for the Mustangs will be number 16, Clint Seymour. It's his last at bat, had a single after the E4. Here's a pitch. Be high for ball 1. Till thought about taking off for second, but he decides to stay put at first. As they pick over to first. Not in time. A good pick off there by Edwards. Back over to first. Once again, not in time. Here comes 1-0 count. Be low for ball 2. Pick over at first once again. And they got him that time. As the third time's the charm, and that will now be 2 outs here against the Mustangs. This count's still 2-0. Here's the pitch. Swung on 4, strike 1, 2-1 count now to Seymour. Here comes 2-1 pitch. It'll be low and inside for ball 3, 3-1 count now to Seymour. Here's count. That will be in there for strike 2. Makes the full count now for Edwards. With 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of third. Comes the pitch. That will be low for ball 4, and Seymour will make his way over to first. That did get away from the catcher. Now brings up number 5, the designated hitter, Carter Daniel, who had a fly out his first at bat, 0 for 1 on the day. Pick over to first. That will be not in time. Comes pitch by Edwards. Be high for ball 1. Comes the 1-0 pitch. He swung on fouled. He was counted 1 ball, 1 strike. As number 3, Miles Moore, is on deck for the Mustangs. Here's the pitch. As that will get away, Seymour, he will take off for second. He's going round. He'll go to third. The throw is in time, but he is safe. And after that, runner in position, 90 feet away from the plate for the Mustangs, as Seymour's at third now. This counts 2-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on fouled. He was counted up 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled once again. Once again, Daniel and Edwards having another good battle here in this ball game. Here comes 2-2 pitch once again. That one swung on, fouled. Count will stay the same. Comes the pitch. That will be high for ball 3, full count once again. Here comes the pitch by Edwards. That was swung on. So that will be grounded over to second and in time, and that will end the top of the third. Still no run scored by Loretto. As we will be back for the bottom of the third here next on the Egg Sports Network.
At C&B Linen, fast, friendly, and reliable service is our promise to you. Because you're not just a customer, you're family. From multi-use linen to branded floor coverings and a complete range of cleaning supplies, C&B Linen is here to make sure you have everything you need. From our high-quality products to our fast, friendly, and reliable service, you'll experience the difference with C&B Linen. Because you're not just a client, you're part of our family. You'll be winning with C&B Linen.
If there ever was such a thing as a company that could do almost anything, well, Tenneke Properties is it. These guys know how to completely transform your existing home into something new, or just do it room by room. Need a new bathroom or kitchen? What about a fresh coat of paint? Even a new floor? Looking for dirt work? Tenneke has you covered. Oh, and you can even rent a dumpster from them too. That's Tenneke Properties. Visit Tenneke.com or phone 931-244-4602.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back here at Lauderdale County, here in the bottom of the third, here on the X Sports Network, as leading things off will be number 8, the left fielder, Michael Kristen, as that will be fouled down the right field line. Count will be 0-1. This is Micah, his first at-bat here for the Tigers. And on deck will be number 10, Jackson Ham, as that will be fouled. This time, that will be fouled down the left field line. Counts 0-2. Here comes 0-2 pitch. That will be low for ball 1. 1-2 count now. Here's the 1-2 pitch now by Springer. So that'll be outside for ball 2. He was counting up 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss, 4 strike 3. Third strikeout now by Kason Springer. Bring up the 9-hole hitter. Number 10, Jackson Ham, the third baseman. And on deck will be number 22, Justin Slayton. One out here in the bottom of the third. Here's a pitch by Springer. That will be outside for ball 1. As Ham was looking for a potential bunt attempt. Pull back at the last second. Here's 1-0 pitch by Springer. That'll be low for ball 2. Already counts 2-0. Here comes 2-0 by Springer. As that one swung on, missed, 4 strike 1, 2-1 count. Here comes 2-1. That one is swung on once again, missed. Evans counting up 2 balls, 2 strikes. That's back-to-back strikes. Springer's able to even this count back up. Here comes 2-2. That was swung on. Ground over to Grant Fisher. He's able to scoop that one up. Throws it in time for the second out here in the bottom of the third. That will now bring up the shortstop, Justin Slatton, once again, his second at bat. As he was walked his first at bat. And then on deck will be Hudson Lash. And still no hits in this ball game. Here's a pitch by Springer. Be outside for ball 1. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. That one swung on, fouled. He was counted 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. That'll be just outside for ball 2. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swing and miss for strike 2. He was counting up 2 balls, 2 strikes. So 2's across the board, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Springer has a chance to end the third inning. Here's 2-2 pitch. That'll be swing and a miss. As that'll be a drop, strike 3. And Ellis will throw over for the third out here in the inning. Still no run scored. We'll be back for the top of the 4th here next on the Exports Network.
Why should you bank with Employee Resources Credit Union? We offer a wealth of services, including mobile banking, video banking, bill pay, and more. We also offer loan rates that are lower than those of our competitors. Employee Resources Credit Union has been a financial pillar since 1964, providing long-time support to members of the community. Join us and become part of the ERCU commitment, not for profit, for service. Financial advisor Scott Beasley knows time spent with family is everything. As a founder of Beasley Wealth Management, his mission is to give clients the freedom to enjoy time with family without the burden of financial concerns. A local of Lawrenceburg, Scott deeply values building relationships with clients, ensuring they make informed decisions concerning asset management, tax planning, and retirement planning. Offering a free initial consultation, Beasley Wealth Management helps clients pursue their aspirations with confidence.
This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on the Exports Network as we're back between your Loretto Mustangs and the Lauderdale County Tigers here in the top of the 4th inning. And still no runs scored. And leading off for the Mustangs will be number 3, Miles Moore. As his last at bat had a single for the Mustangs. And then on deck will be number 11, Jackson Traglia. Here's pitch by Edwards. That pitch will be swung on for strike 1. Here's 0-1. That one is swung on, tip fouled. Count will now be 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch by Edwards. And caught him looking for another strikeout for Miles Edwards. That's number 6 on the day. 1 out now here in the top of the 4th. Now brings up number 11, Jackson Traglia, back up to plate. He was also struck out earlier. So that's a bunt attempt laid down. Edwards able to scoop it up, throws it over to first in time for the second out here now against the Mustangs. Now, number 7, Jaden Aaron back up to the plate with Rayleigh Ellis on deck as Aaron was also struck out once again as Miles Edwards been impressive on the mound here for the Tigers. Here's the pitch. It'll be outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swung on for strike 1. He was counted 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. That one is fouled. Count will now be 1-2 against Aaron. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Another strikeout for Edwards, and that will end the top of the 4th. As quickly, still no runs scored. We'll be back for the bottom of the 4th here next on the X Sports Network.
Do you ever worry about having too much in the garage? What about where you're going to put the mower, or your ATV, or better yet, your mother-in-law? Look no further than Quality Storage Buildings located right next door to Flat Rock Cheese and More on the Minor Hill Highway in Pulaski, Tennessee. There you'll find the answer to your need in a compact or spacious metal building. Built by hand right at Flat Rock by some of the finest craftsmen around, there's a perfect building for everyone, including economy, utility, cabin, lofted or garage models, and even an animal shelter line. Buy or rent to own, see the different models at Flat Rock or on North Main Street in Ardmore and on Highway 43 South in Dunn. Call today 931-363-3603 or 931-201-2205.
This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on the X Sports Network, here for the bottom of the 4th between your Loretto Mustangs and the Lauderdale County Tigers. Is still no run scored here in this ball game, and we have a little bit of a lineup change as Clint Seymour, he will move over to third. Carter Daniel will come into the game. He'll be at first base, and then into right field will be number 7, Jaden Aaron. And Springer on the mound once again for the Mustangs. So far has 4 strikeouts against the Tigers. As leading off for the Tigers will be number 4, Hudson Lash, as his first at bat was struck out, and he's 0 for 1 on the day for the Tigers, and he's looking to change that narrative. It's been a pretty quick game so far. Still no hits in this ball game. Only 1 error by the Tigers. Here's the pitch. That one is swung on. That will be sent into right field. Fisher trying to track it down, and Aaron will get underneath it for the first out here in the bottom of the 4th. Now brings up number 12, Miles Edwards, the opposing pitcher. Had a ground out his first at bat.
Let's go, Sir Edwards the third.
Here's pitch to Edwards. That'll be low for ball 1. That one did get away from Ellis. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That was swung on. So that'll be popped up into center field. Jackson Traglia able to get underneath that one. That'll be 2 outs here already against the Tigers. Back-to-back flyouts. His first out was sent into right field. Aaron was able to get underneath that one. And that last one was sent into center. Traglia able to track it down. Now brings up Skylar Tucker once again. Pitch by Springer. Outside for ball 1. Looks like we do have some action in the bullpen. Looks like Hayden Buttram warming up. Here's the pitch. Swung on for strike 1. He was counted 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Swung on for strike 2. Makes the count 1-2 now for Springer. Here comes 1-2 pitch. Just outside for ball 2. 2's to cross board now. Here comes 2-2 pitch. As that will get away from Ellis for ball 3. Count will be full now. Here comes the full count pitch. That will be outside for ball 4. And Tucker will make his way over to first. Now brings up number 24, the right fielder, Jeremiah Hutchins. Has 2 outs, runner on first for the Tigers. Here's the pitch by Springer. That will be in there for strike 1. And Springer looking to check over at first, not in time. Here's the 0-1 for Springer. That will be in there for strike 2. Now the count's 0-2. Here's the pitch. That'll be swung on. As that gets by 2, well, that will be into center field, and that will be a base hit here by Hutchins. Now runners at first and second. And now brings up number 3, Tuck Green. As that is the first hit in this ball game for either team. Here's the pitch. That'll be fouled.
Let's go, 2G_24, basketball, baseball, football, emoji. Animal snap. Nobody.
Here comes that 1 pitch. So that'll be swung on. Sent over to Grant Fisher, able to scoop that one up, and in time for the third out of the inning as the Tigers strand 2 runners at the plate, at the base. Still no run scored. We'll be back for the top of the 5th here next on the X Sports Network.
I'm Mike Keith, and my friends at Elliott Johnson Insurance have a great partner in Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners makes it easy to get life, home, car, or business insurance. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the Auto Owners policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretto, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is your premier source for hardwood, laminate, luxury vinyl tile, sheet vinyl, residential and commercial carpet, carpet tiles, ceramic and porcelain tile, waterproof floating floor, plus blinds and shutters. Lawrenceburg Flooring and More is also home to all name brands and can tackle projects big and small. Installation, you're covered with installers who've got years of experience and stand behind their work. Let Lawrenceburg Flooring and More make your design dreams a reality. 2760 Highway 43 North, or visit LawrenceburgFlooringandMore.com.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back here at Lauderdale County, as we're here for the top of the 5th inning here on the X Sports Network between your Loretto Mustangs against the Lauderdale County Tigers. As still no run score between either team. And leading things off will be the catcher, number 10, Rayleigh Ellis. His last bat was struck out. Here's the pitch. Swung on for strike one. Here's the pitch to Ellis. That will be swung on, fouled. Quickly 0-2. Here comes the pitch by Edwards. So that will be low for ball one. 1-2 count now. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Ellis. As caught him looking, another backwards K for Miles Edwards. That's number 8 on the day for Edwards. And that will now bring up the second baseman, number 1, Grant Fisher. There's one out now here in the top of the 5th. And on deck will be number 4, Cason Springer. Here's the pitch. That will be low for ball one. Fisher looked about a possible bunt attempt. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Be also low for ball two. Here comes the 2-0. Be high and outside. 3-0 count now. Comes 3-0 to Fisher. That will be in there for strike one. Hitters count now for Grant Fisher. Here comes the pitch. That will be back-to-back strikes. And evens count up at full as Edwards able to battle his way back against Fisher. Here's full count pitch. That will be swung on, fouled into foul territory. Count will stay the same. Here comes full count pitch, as that will be outside for ball four, and Fisher will make his way over at first. It's courtesy runner coming in. That will be number 24, Caden Rogerson, being the courtesy runner. We got time called by the infield umpire. Spring will step into the batter's box now. Comes the pitch. That was swung on, tipped for strike one now. As Edwards peeks over at first. Here's the pitch. That one is swung on. That will be sent into left field. And they will be able to get underneath that one for the second out now against the Mustangs, as that was number 22, Justin Slayton. And now that will bring the top of the lineup. Number 13, Mason Tidwell, back up to the plate, who has been walked both times, his at bat. And then on deck will be number 16, Clint Seymour. Here's the pitch. Will be in there for strike one, 0-1 count. Here comes 0-1. That was swung on for strike two, Rogerson, as that will be in time for the third out here, and that will end the top of the fifth. As a great play, great pickoff by Hudson Lash to throw over to second, and that will end the top of the fifth. There's still no run scored here in this ball game. We'll be back for the bottom of the fifth here next on the Egg Sports Network.
Are you looking for a job where you can easily balance work and home life? By becoming a local driver with Southeast Carriers, We can guarantee multiple benefits and a base pay starting at $17 per hour, along with a work-life balance so you can spend equal time on the road as with family. We also provide the latest updated equipment and technology to make your job as easy as possible. Southeast Cares isn't just a company, it's a family, and we would love for you to be a part of it. For more information, visit our website at southeastcares.com or check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
Hood Company Real Estate is highlighting the beautiful home located at 786 Hillview Drive in Lawrenceburg as this week's property of the week. This spacious 4-bedroom, 4-bath brick residence sits on a picture-perfect 3+ acre lot and features an attached, extra-large 2-car garage. This is a solid custom-built home with many updates, including a new HVAC system and tankless hot water heater, plus the price has recently been reduced. For more on this and many other homes, check out hoodcompanyhome.com or phone 931-762-5816.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on the X Sports Network, here in the bottom of the 5th, for your Loretto Mustangs against the Lauderdale County Tigers. As we have a new pitcher on the mound for the Mustangs, that will be number 15, Hayden Buttram. As Buttram will come in for Casey Springer, and Springer will move out to right field. And Springer had 4 strikeouts for the Mustangs, so a good productive day here for him. And leading things off for the Tigers will be number 1, Noah Parker. And still no runs scored. Lauderdale County does have a hit after the ground ball that was sent into center field that got by Mason Tidwell. Here's first pitch by Buttram. As that one almost looked like it got a hold of Parker, but it will be tipped, I do believe, for strike 1.
Good, Big Mike. Let's go, Noah. Hey, come on, Tickle. Let's go, Ted.
Here comes that 1 pitch. That will be low for ball 1. 1-1 count now.
Go, Tito.
Here comes the 1-1 from Buttram. That will be high for ball 2. 2-1 count now. Here comes the 2-1. That'll be low for ball 3. Makes a 3-1 count now for Parker. As Coach Weathers will come out to have a mound meeting with Hayden Buttram. Just a little pep talk here. Kind of calm his nerves. And Coach Weathers will make his way back out to the dugout. Parker will step back into the batter's box. Count still 3-1. Here comes the pitch. And right down the middle for strike 2 makes the full count now. Here comes full count pitch. That will be swung on. And that will be tipped. Count will stay the same at full. Full pelt. That will be sent into Foul territory down the right field line. Count will stay the same at full once again. Good battle between Parker and Buttram. Here's the full count pitch. That will be low for ball 4, and Parker will make his way over to first. Now brings up number 8, Micah Christians. Here's the pitch. So that'll be a bunt attempt laid down. Seymour, he's able to scoop it up. He throws it over to first in time for the first out here in the bottom of the 5th. So good awareness by Clint Seymour, able to run up, get the bunt attempt laid down, and throw it over to first. Now brings up number 10, the third baseman, Jackson Ham, as Parker did advance over to second for the Tigers. Comes the pitch. That'll be high for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 by Buttram. Be in there for strike 1. Evens count up at 1 apiece. Nobody. 1-1 pitch. Be inside for ball 2. 2-1 count now. That'll be low. And runner will take off. And he will be in time, and that will be the second out of the inning. As great pickoff there by Rayleigh Ellis, able to keep that one in front and throw over to third and get the second out here in the bottom of the 5th. That last pitch was a ball. Counts 3-1. And now, with that, no runners on base here for the Tigers. Here's a 3-1 pitch, as that will be low for ball 4. As Ham will hustle his way over to first. And that will now bring up Slayton once again. With 2 outs here, runner on first for the Tigers. Buttram still looking for his first strikeout. It's pitched by Buttram. They'll be in there for the strike, and runner will be safe at second for the successful stolen base attempt. Here's the pitch. That will be inside for ball 1. He was counted 1 ball, 1 strike. Here comes the 1-1. In there for strike 2. Counts 1-2 now. Looks like we do have some more action in the bullpen for Loretto, as that looks like number 22, Lucas Laxton, warming up. Here comes the 1-2 by Buttram. That one is swung on, tipped by Slayton. Count will stay the same.
that banana make you feel, kid? Don't start thinking about the banana when you're out there in the field. Nobody, Ham, nobody. The banana's on his mind. Nobody.
Comes the 1-2. That was swung on into center field. And Tragley will be able to get underneath that one, and that will end the 5th inning. And still no runs scored. As we'll be back for the top of the 6th here next on the X Sports Network.
You know, Storing Lee Furniture is not just some huge chain store, but we do have a 144,000 square foot showroom right here in Leoma, Tennessee. The Story family has worked together in the business for over 50 years now, and a familiar face is here to help you with whatever you need. That's what being a part of the community right here in the Tennessee Valley means. And if you have an issue, we're right here to take care of it. And don't forget free delivery. We invite you to come see us. We're Storing Lee Furniture.
This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on the X Sports Network, here for the top of the 6th inning between your Loretto Mustangs and the Lauderdale County Tigers. And still no runs scored. Leading things off will be number 13, Mason Tillwell once again. Here's the pitch. It'll be low for ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Be in there for strike 1. He was counted 1 ball, 1 strike. As Miles Edwards on the mound for the Tigers so far has 8 strikeouts. Here's the pitch. Be swung on over to third. That gets by the third baseman into left field, and that will be a base hit for Mason Tidwell. And that will now bring up Clint Seymour up to the plate for the Mustangs. That's the second error for the Tigers here in this ball game. Here's the pitch. Be in there for strike 1.
Good Miles. Good Miles. Come Miles.
They pick over to first, not in time. Count still 0-1. Here comes the pitch. That'll be low for ball 1. As they pick over to first, not in time. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That'll be swung on. That'll be sent into the center field. That will be a base hit. Tidwell, he'll take off for third, and he will get down, and that will be a double for Clint Seymour with no outs, and the Mustangs are in prime position to get the first run here in the ball game. Now brings up number 5, Carter Daniel. Loretto has a chance to put some runs on the board now and try to take the lead with runners on second and third. Looks like a possible bunt attempt coming up. Infield will scoot in. That pitch was outside and low for ball 1. Comes the 1-0. We swung on, sent into right field. As that will be into foul territory. And the count will be 1-1 now. As that was the first hit recorded earlier by Clint Seymour for the Mustangs, as both teams have one hit apiece. Here comes 1-1 pitch. It'll be in there for strike two, makes count 1-2. It's on deck for the Mustangs will be number 3, Miles Moore. Carter Daniels so far 0 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. That'll be low for ball 2. He was counting up 2 balls, 2 strikes. Comes the pitch. Be outside once again. Evans count up at full. Here comes full count pitch. That'll be swung on. And that will be scooped up over to first in time for the first out. And that'll be a run scored for the Mustangs. So the Mustangs now lead 1-0 here in the top of the 6th. So 1 out now, but Daniel was able to bring in a run. As now Miles Moore at the plate. Here's the pitch. That'll be high for ball 1. Seymour's over at third. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. That'll be once again high. Makes a 2-0 count now. Comes 2-0 pitch. That'll be just on the inside part of the plate. 2-1 count now. Here's Edwards with the pitch. High for ball 3, 3-1 against Edwards. Hitters count for Miles Moore. Here comes full count. That will be fouled almost into the Loretto dugout. This count will be full as they're giving Miles a hard time as they were telling him to put it in play and not in the dugout. Here comes the full count pitch. That'll be swung on, fouled once again. And good battle between Miles Moore and Miles Edwards. Here comes full count pitch once again. That'll be swung on. That'll be sent into left field. And that will be a base hit, and that'll be a run scored by Moore. So now 2-0 Loretto lead after the RBI single by Miles Moore. That will now be the second hit of the ball game for the Mustangs. And now up to the plate will be number 11, Jackson Traglia. Still one out here in the top of the 6th. Here comes the pitch. That'll be swung on, fouled. Count be 0-1. Here comes 0-1. That'll be swung on. That'll be a ground ball into right field. And that'll be another base hit. As Miles, he will be safe at second, and that will be a single by Jackson Traglia. Third hit now for the Mustangs. Now brings up Jaden Aaron. Looks like Lauderdale County will have a infield meeting. And it looks like more than likely Miles Edwards will be done for the day. Or this might just be a calm down moment for the Tigers. And indeed that will be that. Yes. Still one out here in the top of 6. Loretto leads Lauderdale County 2-0. After the single that was sent into right field between the 3-4 gap by Jackson Traglia. So here's Aaron once again at the plate. Here's the pitch to Aaron. He'll be in there for strike one. As Aaron is 0 for 2 on the day. So he struck out his 2 at-bats. Here's the pitch. And that will get away. Runners will take off. Traglia will be safe easily at second, and Moore will trot over to third. Now runners once again in prime position to score for the Mustangs. The count is now 1-1. Here comes the pitch. It'll be outside for ball 2. Here comes the pitch. That will be swung on, fouled. Get tip foul off the bat. Is count up 2 balls, 2 strikes. Comes the pitch by Edwards. And caught him looking. 2 outs now here for Lauderdale County. That's another backwards K for Edwards. Number 9 on the day for him. Now brings up number 10, Rayleigh Ellis, back up to the plate. Comes the pitch. Swung on for strike 1. That'll be just on the inside part of the plate for strike 2, 0-2 count now. Comes 0-2. That'll be swung on right back to Gus Edwards, or excuse me, that was Miles Edwards, and that will end the top of the 6th. But with that, Loretto tags on 2 runs. They lead 2-0. We'll be back for the bottom of the 6th here next on the Exports Network.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
Truett's Garage Doors in Leoma, Tennessee is your one-stop for new garage door installations for all commercial and residential buildings. Plus, they offer full service on all existing doors. Need a new garage door opener? Truett's Garage Doors has you covered. As an AMAR Gold and LiftMaster dealer, Truett's Garage Doors offers the best pricing anywhere in the area. A family-owned and operated business, Truett's Garage Doors has been helping Tennessee and Alabama residents since 1999. Call the pros today at Truett's Garage Doors, 931-201-6464.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on the X Sports Network, here for the bottom of the 6th between your Loretto Mustangs and the Lauderdale County Tigers. As in the top of the 6th, 2 runs were scored by the Mustangs. They now lead 2-0 over the Tigers. And leading things off will be number 4, Hudson Lash. Has a new pitcher on the mound once again for the Mustangs. That will now be number 22, Lucas Laxon. He will come in for Buttram. As the lineup is still the same. It's just looked like a mound change. As Buttram be back in the dugout, and Laxon will take over. As after a RBI sacrifice by Carter Daniel, and then right after that, RBI single by Miles Moore, the Mustangs lead the Tigers 2-0 going into the bottom of the sixth. So here's the first pitch by Laxon. It'll be high for ball one. Here comes the 1-0. That'll be swung on. That will be sent into left field foul territory. Count now be 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Be low for ball two. 2-1 count now. Comes the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike two. Evens count up 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's 2-2 pitch. That'll be a fly ball into foul territory. It looks like Casey Springer unable to make the catch, and that ball will be fouled. As he was underneath it but couldn't track it down. We'll have a baseball exchange between Lucas Laxon and the home plate umpire. Here comes 2-2 pitch once again. That'll be swung on, sent over to Seymour at third. He's able to scoop that one up, throws over in time. Actually, they're going to call him safe, not in time. As the throw was in time, but Lash was able to turn on the jets and get there at first. That brings up number 12, Miles Edwards, once again. His third at bat. Pitch from Laxon. That will be sent over to Seymour. That will be in the 5-6 gap, and that will be a base hit for the Tigers. So now, with no outs, they have runners at first and second. Now brings up number 2, Tucker. We got time called. His Lash tying a shoe over at second base. That last at bat for Edwards was a hit. So now the Tigers and the Mustangs both shared 3 hits apiece in this ball game. Here's the first pitch. That's a bunt attempt laid down. And Lack is able to scoop it up. And that gets away. Runners will score. And that will be a run scored. Runners on first and second now for Lauderdale County. As nobody was covering first, Fisher got there late, throw over, and it got away from Fisher. As now the lead is 2-1 Loretto. Courtesy runner coming in for Lauderdale County. That will be number 6. That'll be Chase Blue. I'll bring up number 24, the right fielder, Jeremiah Hutchins. And still no outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Lauderdale County leads, or excuse me, Loretto leads Lauderdale County 2-1. Here's the pitch. That will be swung on into left field. Miles Moore able to track that one down as runner will take off for home, and that will be the tying run as a sacrifice fly ties this ball game up, and that's only the first out here in the bottom of the sixth. Now brings up number 3, Tuck Green, after the sacrifice fly out by Jeremiah Hutchins. But in the process, Miles Edwards was able to make his way home and tie this ball game up at 2. Here's the pitch by Laxton. That will be a bunt tip laid down. Laxton was able to get a hold of that one, and that will get away. Daniel had to go flying for that one, and that will be safe over at first. So runners once again, first and second. That's the first error here for the Mustangs. Comes the pitch to Noah Parker. That one will be in there for strike 1. Here's the pitch. That will be swung on, fouled. Count will be 0-2 now. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on for strike 3, and that will be the second out here now. Here in the bottom of the fifth, or excuse me, the bottom of the sixth. So that's the first strikeout for Lucas Laxton here in this ball game. Now bring up number 8, Micah Christensen. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the sixth. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch by Lucas. Swung on for strike 1. Here's that 1. High for ball 1. Comes the 1-1 pitch. Be swung on for strike 2. Counts 1-2 now for Lucas Laxton. Comes the 1-2. That one swung on into left field. Miles Moore looking to track that one down. And not able to get that one. That's going to be a run scored. Make that 2-run score now, and that will be a 2 RBI double by Micah Christensen. As Miles Moore able to get underneath it, but wasn't able to track it down. And now Lauderdale County puts on 4 runs here in the bottom of the sixth. They lead Loretto now 4-2. Now brings up number 10, Jackson Ham, the third baseman. His last at bat was walked. Runner on second now for the Tigers. Here's the pitch. It'll be swung on, fouled. Count be 0-1. Comes the pitch. Be swung on. Down the left field line. Fouled. Count be 0-2. Here comes 0-2 pitch. That'll be swung on. Lucas Laxton able to scoop that one up, throws over to first, and end time for the third out of the inning. So Lauderdale County able to put on 4 runs here in the bottom of the 6th. They lead Loretto 4-2. We'll be back for the top of the 7th here next on the Exports Network.
Efficiency, reliability, accuracy. Move forward with your real estate sale or purchase with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County, the most experienced closing team around. Working with clients locally and throughout the state, we offer a wide range of services, including the expertise of an on-staff attorney, backed by our more than 49 years experience in titles and closings. We get the job done on time at a fair price and ensure every last detail is correct. Our goal is to give you peace of mind. When you work with us, you work with people who live where you do. We understand the importance of the real estate community and strive to build strong relationships with all parties involved in the process. Whether you're buying a home, selling a business, acquiring land, or anything in between, you're in good hands with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County.
Put the most experienced closing team on your side. Contact Title and Escrow of Lawrence County today.
Back here on the Exports Network as Lauderdale County leads the Loretto Mustangs 4-2 here in the top of the 7th, excuse me. Final chance here for the Mustangs to either tag on 2 more runs, tie this ballgame up, or have a chance to take a lead. As leading off will be number 1, Grant Fisher, and on deck will be number 4, Kason Springer. As new pitcher on the mound for the Tigers, looking to close things out, that will be number 2, Skylar Tucker. As Gus Edwards will be done for the day for the Tigers, or excuse me, Miles Edwards. As Edwards finished with 9 strikeouts for the Tigers. As Loretto has to get 2 runs here in the top of the 7th to extend this ball game. Here's the pitch. Will be in there for strike 1. First pitch by Tucker. Here's the 1. That'll be fouled. Down the right field line. Count will be 0-2 quickly. Comes the 0-2. And caught him looking. First strikeout here for Tucker for his first batter. Lauderdale County needs 2 more outs to end this ball game. That was the first out here in the top of the 7th. At the plate now will be number 4, Kason Springer, which is in right field now. Start the game off on the pitcher's mound. Here's the pitch. Be low for ball 1. As on deck for the Mustangs will be the top of the lineup, number 13, Mason Tidwell. So that pitch will be in there for strike 1, 1-1 count. Here's 1-1 pitch. That'll be swung on, sent over to second. That will get by the second baseman. That'll be into center field, and that'll be a base hit for Kason Springer. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 1 for Tidwell. There's that 1. Be low for ball 1. He was counted 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 2. Counts now 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs here. Kason Springer on first for the Mustangs. Comes the pitch. Be low for ball 2. He's count up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. comes the 2-2 pitch. That'll be swung on into right field, and that will get down for a base hit. Springer, he'll take off for third. That gets by Hutchins. Springer. And they're going to send him home. Not in time, and Springer will be safe. And so a RBI double here by Mason Tidwell. And now the Mustangs trail only by 1 run. That will now bring up number 16, Clint Seymour, up to the plate. After the RBI double by Mason Tidwell into right field. His first pitch to Seymour. That'll be outside 4-1. Here comes the 1-0. We swung on. That'll be popped up over to third. That throw will be in time. As they thought they were going to call him safe, but the throw was in time. And that will be the second out now here in the top of the second. So 2 outs here, 1 more out for Lauderdale County, and they'll seal the deal. That will now bring up number 5, Carter Daniel, up to the plate with Miles Moore on deck as Coach Curtis once again having a meeting with the infield umpire. To argue his case on that last play. As Tidwell was able to make his way over to third, so a runner 90 feet away from the plate for the Mustangs. As everybody will make their way back. As runner at third, Mason Tidwell. 2 outs, 1 more out for Lauderdale County, and they'll take the win away. And they're going to intentionally walk Carter Daniel. That will now bring up Miles Moore. So runners at first and second after the intentional walk from Carter Daniel. Pitch will be in there for strike 1. We'll have a courtesy runner coming in as Daniel will make his way to the dugout. As that courtesy runner will be number 19. That will be Braden Bennett. Counts 0-1. Here's our 1 pitch. That'll be swung on for strike 2. Counts 0-2. As Tucker will make his way over to second. Here's the pitch. And caught him looking, and that will end the ball game. As Skylar Tucker caught him looking, and that will end the ball game. Lauderdale County will defeat Loretto 4-3. So that will do it here for us on the Exports Network. As Loretto, they will be in action tomorrow against Muscle Shoals. So don't want to miss that one. That game will First pitch will be at 6:30. So for now, this is Hayden Burks on the X Sports Network, alongside my producer extraordinaire, Kevin Wright. We will see you tomorrow. Take care. Good night.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.